What is up, fam? Welcome to another video today. As always, we're gonna take a couple of trades. Now the price is just dropping, so obviously I will take the sell trade right here, not just because it's dropping, because we have the same behavior at the past, but it can jump up from this area anytime, and I assume that there's gonna be some sort of demand area down here, and it's gonna cause the price to jump up. But since this is like, it used to have a major uptrend and now it just broke the structure. Hold on a second. Let me open my pen real quick. You know why it's changing its direction? About the major trend, you see that it's obvious uptrend, and this is the very like a last swing to break. When we're breaking this, it's gonna change the characteristic. Okay, and now it's major downtrend, and now we're trying to break this price channel to the downside, but there's gonna be some QM level here, but since the zone is pretty big, I will still go with the sellers. Okay, oh my goodness, it gave back the freaking money. Was it because of my entry? For sure. Yeah, you see that it touched somewhere here and it's just jumping up, and the next resistance area is gonna be here. I will take a sell right here, so I will mark that and we will see. Okay, all right, this is an overlapping level. When you have candles overlapping each other like this, they're gonna create overlapping level, and it's a supply area. So this candle, if it breaks this overlapping level, I will take a sell trade. Sometimes you can also take sell trade with marginal safety if you have enough time remaining from the candle. For example, if 30 seconds left from the candle and the candle comes up, you can take the marginal safety trade. But when it's less than 30 seconds, for example, now it's like, okay, I go with the sellers here. We have a little bit of a gap up as well. We're starting from this round number, so for sure we're gonna drop. Take two more up here. All right. So what I was trying to say is take your marginal safety trades when you have at least 30 seconds left, okay, from the candle. And here we touched we touched the demand area here, and now this demand area was pretty strong that they created this candle. But if it also create this big candle, it means that the markets hits a very significant demand area, okay, but it's not gonna do that. So all right, this is also outside bar, and you already know what the pattern is. My first entry, let me just remove this rectangle here. You see this gap up a little bit starting from this round number. It's a good sign that the seller is gonna enter, okay. But these two entries up here were the best entries, obviously, because they are with marginal safety. But this immediate entry is a little risky. It could close down here, and there's nothing wrong with this trade, okay? It's a green candle, but there's nothing wrong to take a sell trade here. And this green candle is just unlucky, that's it. Because we have also gap up and starting from the round number, and we also have this overlap. Okay, so you see that the moment we break upside, all the sellers get triggered and they enter the market again. Okay, so yeah, let's just move on to the next. Let me add a couple of them so I can switch easily. We have a nice supply up here. We have a nice supply area. If this candle is gonna come up and close here, that'll be amazing to take this sell trade, because we're also breaking this strong sellers candle, which will trigger a lot of sellers as well. But we will see how this candle is gonna behave, okay? Always try to have your scenarios in your mind before taking the trade. That will help you to have a plan for the next candle and the trade you're gonna take. Okay. Okay, I really want this candle to break and close somewhere here. Okay, nice. So one, yes, let's go. I will add more if it goes up. A little more, please. Oh. Okay. I wanted to add above this line. I will still add if it goes above the line. But there's a point about this trade. Okay. So if you, okay. Now it's not good. Okay, so if you look at this trade, and you see this candle has been started from this area. Okay, you see that the previous candle closed right here. You see that? So you already know the candles open and close, right? If this is a green candle and this is a red one, the opening price for the green one is down here and the closing price up here, right? And it's exactly again like opposite of that, opening candle here, closing candle here for the green red candles. Okay, so for this candle as a green candle, we close right here, but the opening price of the next candle is up here. It's a gap up. Okay, it's a gap up. If it was a gap down, the next candle also would go up and would be this candle. All right, but since this is gap up, there's more likely to sellers to enter. Just like here, you see that again we have gap up, but this time we're starting exactly somewhere the previous candle started. And now you see this, and you will implement this in old conditions, but it's not a good thing to not analyze other things. For example, here we have this candle, okay, and then we have 3 consecutive strong sellers candle, which is showing me the strength of this area. Okay, but if we had this candle and then after this candle we have some green one and then again red one, green one, red one, green one, red one, would be this area still strong and the next candle starting from here like come down like that? No, because you know you have to evaluate the strength of a particular seller's or buyer's entry. All right, so now it seems that we have a demand area down here, but I wouldn't take this trade because it's risky and against the trend. So let's just move on. You see this? It's starting with gap down. You see? Gap down again, green candle. You remember the previous example I told you on this part? If we had this gap down instead of this gap up, the next candle would be this. Exactly like this. Okay? But if we had gap up on this candle, it would go up a little bit and then reject and close like this. Okay, exactly like this. So this is a just quick tip about gaps. You can watch the mini course. I have a little more details about gaps on that, and that's obviously free. Okay, let's see if we're gonna have you know what is rejecting this candle? This QM right here. It is rejecting this candle. You can obviously see the QM level. See that? This is the QM level. We consider this one. Yeah. So the entry would be on this candle. Okay, touching this level. If you want more precise entry, you should consider this one. I mean, it hasn't touched it yet, but it will touch and react. Okay, let's see. I will search for a couple of I will search for good opportunity. If I don't find, I will stop. Okay. Oh, I missed. Oh my god, I was about to take a trade. Okay, I go with the buys here. Yeah, I was about to miss this trade. Oh my god. Let's see. I will explain the reason after this candle closing. Okay, we have minor, let's say, uptrend. And we have this trend line almost hitting the trend line. Let me just draw this exactly from. Yeah, it's not hitting, but it's still. We have this ABC to the upside when all of a sudden we're breaking the downside, even though this is an uptrend. Okay, when you have uptrend and you're hitting a demand area and you can combine it with trend line, why wouldn't you take this trade? Okay, don't make the mistake of going with the sellers here. Okay, always look at the market structure. Right? So I think that's it, guys. If you enjoyed, please drop a like for me and make sure you join the Telegram channel. There's not gonna be signals. I'm not a signal guy, but I will help you learn and I will teach you fishing instead of giving you fishes. Okay? Thank you for watching, everybody, and peace out.